Hey guys, it's Marsha. Welcome back to my channel. I'm back with another video today, and in this video I'll be talking about something completely new. I've never done a video like this, but it's something that I'd like to start doing and continue throughout this year, and it is about books that I want to read this year. I don't typically do New Year's resolutions too much, but one thing that I have resolved to do this year is to get back to reading more. That's something I really want to do. I used to read a lot, but that was like before I had kids. I used to read a lot, and since I've had kids, that has kind of slowed down. I do buy books and I start them, but I can never seem to finish them. So this year I want to put an end to that. So I started a new subscription. It's not beauty, it's a book club subscription. It's called Book of the Month. Here's the box here. This is my very first Book of the Month subscription order. It came this month, January, and so I want to show you the books that I got and talk about another book that I plan to read this year. So keep watching. So like I said, I want to go back to reading more books this year. And the kind of books that I typically like to read are like fiction novels that are in the genres of like fantasy. I like metaphysical stuff, supernatural. I like suspense, like mystery. Nothing too like gruesome, but I do like something with a little mystery and suspense. I'm not really into romance novels, those kind of things. I do also like nonfiction. I like to read about a lot of esoteric knowledge and self-help type of spiritual books. But here I'm going to be talking about just some fiction novels. So earlier on this month, right after the new year, I was planning my vision board for the year. I was cutting out pictures and stuff, and one of the things that I did cut out stuff for was my plan to read more. And it so happened that later on that day, I'm scrolling through Instagram, and I saw this, I guess it was a sponsored post about this book of the month, and it's $14.99 each month, and you pick one book. They give you 5 choices, and they're not all fiction. It's fiction and nonfiction. You pick one that you like, and if you like one of the other ones, you can choose it as an add-on for an additional $9.99. The shipping is free, and this happens every month. According to the website, though, if you're not ready to receive a new book the next month, you can like skip the next month. And I guess resume whenever you're ready. But like I said, this is my first month. But what happened was they were having a promotion. So they were saying that you can get 2 books for your first month when you sign up for the subscription. So I picked one of the books, and then I picked an additional book as an add-on, and that add-on book was free for me under the promotion. But of course, next month going forward, I would have to pay $9.99 plus the $14.99 if I wanted to do that again. So anyway, out of the 5 books, I chose, well, let me just open the box, because this came, there were a couple shipping issues. My first box shipped out, and then I was following the tracking, and then it just stopped. So I contacted them, and they figured it must have gotten lost in the mail, so they shipped me out another box. So it came this week. This is the box. See, it says Book of the Month. And inside it says, what does it say? Read, love, repeat. And instead of holding up the box, I'm just going to hold this up. So it comes with a little cardboard insert that says, Latte Art, a room with a view, serious weekend vibes. You can tag them with your book photos on Instagram. It also came with a Book of the Month. Oh my gosh, I am drawing a blank. Bookmark. What is wrong with me? Anyway, and it has a quote on the back. It also came with a card about the book of the year that was chosen, I guess, by book of the month last year. I've heard of this book too, Sirs. It's one about mythology. And apparently it was the book of the year, and these were some of the finalists from 2018. So it's just some information on there about that. I believe on their website you can also pick one of these as your add-on book, even though they were books from their last year's collection. So the books that I chose, the main book I chose was The Silent Patient by Alex Michaelides. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but this is what it's called. This book actually has not been released yet. So I'm assuming that Book of the Month gets, you know, pre-ordered, pre-release, advanced copy books, because this book is not out yet. And I even checked today and the book still isn't out. I think it comes out in February, either later in January or in February, because it's still on pre-order, I think. Let me double check that. Yes, it is on pre-order on Amazon, and I think the release date is February 5th. And on Amazon, this book, the hardcover, will sell for $16.19. So I saved a couple dollars by paying $14.99. Plus, I got this other book called The Woman in the Window. And I'll tell you why that was intriguing to me in a moment. But both of the books have the Book of the Month logo on them. And you see here on the corner. The Silent Patient has it also on the corner and on the back. So they must get their own advanced copies, I'm assuming. So The Silent Patient, I'll tell you why I chose this one. It sounded really interesting because in the caption of the Book of the Month, they talked about how this book starts off with this woman shooting her husband in the face 5 times and then just going completely quiet. And I was like, whoa, okay. I want to know some more. So I'm going to read you just the synopsis of this book because it sounds really interesting to me. I just started reading it last night. I'm on the 3rd chapter. It is pretty interesting. It says, Alicia Berenson's life is seemingly perfect. A famous painter married to an in-demand fashion photographer, she lives in a grand house overlooking a park in one of London's most desirable areas. One evening, her husband Gabriel returns home late from work, and Alicia shoots him 5 times in the face and then never speaks another word. I'm like, damn, Alicia, what would he do? Alicia's refusal to talk or give any kind of explanation turns a domestic tragedy into something far grander, a mystery that captures the public imagination and casts Alicia into notoriety. The price of her art skyrockets, and she, the silent patient, is hidden away from the tabloids and spotlight at the Grove, a secure psychiatric unit in North London. Criminal psychotherapist Leo Faber is captivated by Alicia's story and jumps at the opportunity to work with her. His determination to get her to talk and unravel the mystery of why she shot her husband takes him down a path more unexpected, more terrifying than he ever imagined. A search for the truth that threatens to consume him. So I thought that sounded really interesting. Like I said, I'm on the 3rd chapter right now, and so far it's very intriguing. So I really want to know what happened there. Let's go to my add-on book. The Woman in the Window is my add-on book that I got for free. Typically, add-on books, like I said, would be $9.99. I'm going to read the synopsis of this one. It isn't paranoia if it's really happening. Anna Fox lives alone, a recluse in her New York City home, unable to venture outside. She spends her days drinking wine, maybe too much, watching old movies, recalling happier times, and spying on her neighbors. Then the Russells move into the house across the way. A father, a mother, their teenage son. The perfect family. But when Anna, gazing out her window one night, sees something she shouldn't, her world begins to crumble, and its shocking secrets are laid bare. What is real? What is imagined? Who is in danger? Who is in control? In this diabolically gripping thriller, no one and nothing is what it seems. So apparently I read a little bit more about this book, I think on Amazon, and this woman who's looking out the window and thinks she witnesses some type of crime in her neighbor's home. The problem is that, did she really witness that crime? Because apparently she's always drinking. So did she imagine it, or did it really happen? So that's like the mystery in the book that has to be unraveled. So I thought that was pretty intriguing as well. I never really thought I liked psychological thrillers, but I guess I do. I guess I do. But the reason why I said that I was a bit intrigued initially by this book is because I'm not a nosy neighbor. I'm an observant neighbor, okay? And I will be looking out the window. If I hear something or see something strange, I'll be looking in the window. I'm not at home drinking and thinking I'm witnessing things, but I just thought it was funny when I saw the woman in the window. And this book, I'm not sure if it has come out yet. Let me check. Yes, so The Woman in the Window on Amazon, it says it came out on January 2nd. And the hardcover sells for $15.90. So it is already out. So I look forward to reading both of these books. And now I want to talk about a couple more books that, well, one I've already started and one I just got that I want to read as well. The first one is, well, first of all, being that I started the year wanting to read more, it turned out that some of the ladies I'm friends with in my neighborhood wanted to start a book club. So I decided, yeah, I'm in because I want to read more. So our first book is Becoming by Michelle Obama. So of course everybody was excited about that book, including myself. Instead of buying the book, I got I downloaded Audible for the first time, and I downloaded the audio book because I thought it was really cool that Michelle Obama herself was narrating the book. So because I commute, I have spent a good amount of time in the car commuting to and from work. I had been listening to it in the car. And I'm not going to say that I don't like it, but I will say it's just been going by really slow for me. I feel like I have a long way to go before I finish that book. But because it starts back when she was a child and she's so very detailed about every event that happened, which is a good thing. It's not bad, but it's just making the story go really slow. And I think it's because when I decided I wanted to read the book, I was thinking about, I want to read all the little juicy details, but the stuff that's more like happening present day, or, you know, when she was in the White House. I guess that's the kind of stuff I want to get to. So, but of course the book is called Becoming. It's about her journey. So it has to start in the past, and I'm trying to be patient. But anyway, that's the current book. And then another book I want to read. It's not part of our book club, but it's something that had been on my wish list for quite a while. I started hearing about this book, I think sometime last year, and I had put it in my on my wish list in Amazon. And my boyfriend, thank you boo, just bought it for me, and it came today. It's called The Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi. It's a #1 New York Times bestseller. I see nothing but wonderful reviews about this book, and there is a part 2 coming out in March. It's going to be a series. The second part, I believe it's called Children of Vengeance. So I definitely want to read this book. I can read the synopsis real quick. Zeli Adebola remembers when the soil of Orisha hummed with magic. Burners ignited flames, tiders beckoned waves, and Zeli's reaper mother summoned forth souls. But everything changed once magic disappeared. Under the orders of a ruthless king, the Magi were targeted and killed, leaving Zeli without a mother and her people without hope. Now Zeli has one chance to bring back magic and strike against the monarchy. With the help of a rogue princess, Zeli must outwit and outrun the crown prince, who is hell-bent on eradicating magic for good. Danger lurks in Orisha, where snow leopards prowl and vengeful spirits wait in the waters. Yet the greatest threat may be Zeli herself, as she struggles to control her powers and her growing feelings for an enemy. That sounds really good to me. And like I told you, I like stuff about magic and stuff like that. So I definitely want to read this and then get the next one. I also want to read another book by, I think the author's name is Nnedi Okorafor, and the book is called Akata Witch, and I want to read that one. And there's a part 2 called Akata Warrior as well, that I definitely want to read because I've heard great things about those books as well. I love reading books by Black authors as well. The stories and the tales are just so interesting to me. So that's about what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books that I want to read this year. So I think I've seen a few YouTube videos about, you know, the books that people are reading, and I really commend them for reading so many books in 1 month. But I think their monthly goal is more like my yearly goal at this point. I gotta start small, baby steps. So I'd like to just even be able to read these 6 books within this year. So wish me luck. But like I said, I want to try something new with my channel and with this resolution for this year, and maybe to hold myself accountable. So what I'd like to do is, as I complete these books, I'd like to maybe post a review of the book. So let me know in the comments if you think that's something that you'd like to see, if you think that's something you'd be interested in. And maybe you can read one of these books with me and we can correspond, you know, you never know. Anywho, guys, that's it. That's all the books I wanted to talk about today. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to hit that thumbs up button if you like this video and you want to see more videos like this. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I would greatly appreciate it if you did, as I am really trying to grow my channel at this point. And that's it. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.